Is it okay to shut your curtain?
Oh, yep.
Thank you.
You'll know when I start yelling at people. Yeah, just give me the eyebrows. And I'll know.
Actually, maybe you should play violin and put zeros in it.
Right.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hi. Oh, I wish everybody could stand up here once in a while and look at all the sea of beautiful faces. It's a great sight. Welcome, everybody. I am Courtney Fuchs, Vice President of the Unity Council, and we welcome you to Unity of Fort Collins, where all spiritual paths to God are honored and supported. You know, I like the quote from Ram Dass, we're all just walking each other home. That's how it feels here. We're all just going our own way, but doing it together. It's a great thing. If there's anybody who is visiting us for the first time and did not get a welcome handout, if you'll raise your hand, one of the welcome team will hand you one. Oh, we got one there. Anybody else that's new? Okay. Well, we welcome you. There's coffee by the bookstore. Feel free to wander back there and grab a cup. We are also very grateful for all of our online viewers. We have a really good crew out there following us online. So, and that's just a reminder to all of us that if you ever hear a great talk and want to hear it a second time, or you missed one because you're out of town or sick or whatever, you can watch online on our YouTube channel. Our speaker today is our own Anisha Kuhn. We're very happy to have her. Yeah. Lots of excitement there. Our reader is Miss Kelly James, and our musician is Elise Wonder. So it's going to be a great service, obviously. Youth and Family Program will continue Unity Kids World Tours, Kids Just Like Us. Today, they'll be learning about England, so that's fun. By the way, we did in the bookstore put all the kids' books on sale. They're 30% off. So think about that as holidays approach. You might have kids or grandkids that you might want to shop for, so they're on sale. The chaplain today is Megan Bright, and she is right back there with her hand waving. Megan will be down the hall here in the Myrtle Room for about 15 minutes after the service if you have anything you need some prayer support for. Okay, let's start these guys. Start the train. Lil is taller.
Okay, so I am going to talk about Friendsgiving. When is it? November 2nd. And you got it right. And we have in the hall or the foyer a little sign up for gift baskets that will start on that day. So if you're interested in doing that, that will help. But in the meantime, I'm going to pass around this other sheet for help set up and food and things like that. And the variety show, we want to see your variety. And really, that's the fun part about it. We get to find out more about people than just somebody sitting in a pew. It's like, you can do that? Oh, I know about that. Or, oh, that you're so great. You know, so, yeah. So, sign up.
Just want to thank those people that came last Monday to my sound healing, for those that came. For those that didn't, I have another session next week on the 28th, same time, 6:30 p.m. And for those who are looking for one-on-one sessions, I still have some forms if you want to take a look. It'll be in the roomy room still, yes, of course. So feel free to join me then.
Hey, good morning, everybody. And we had a productive yesterday in the cleanup and painting of the fence, and I'd like to thank Shelly and Carrie and Ginny who did the yard work, and our paint guys, Orrin and Dennis helped me paint, and special shout out to David Cornell who picked up all the yard debris and got rid of it for us. So thank you all. And
And I'm just giving an announcement, darn it. I want to announce kind of another teen kickoff as well as community kickoff. We're going to go see these draft horses on the 26th of October. That's a Saturday from 10 to 12. It is north of Wellington, north of Al Canyon Road, but maybe a half mile north of Al Canyon Road. I have a sign-up sheet that I'll be sending out to everybody or passing around. And there are a couple flyers. We're low on flyers, but if you really think you're going to go, take a flyer, please. If not, just look at it. And it's a really cool program. And this one, oh, that's right. What will we be doing? So it's draft horses that are being saved from being euthanized. And so they get to live out their retirement on this farm and have space, have dignity, and have us come pet them, groom them, feed them. You get right into the corrals, stalls. I'm not a farmer, sorry, I don't know. And you pet them, and they're huge. So anyway, it's a fun time. If you can't make it right at 10, that's fine. Whenever you can come, and during that 10 to 12 window on Saturday, please do. But we would like to have a count so that the woman that's running the sanctuary knows how many people to expect. Thank you.
You can also bring carrots and apples and honeydew melon, and we can feed them. Super fun. Any age is okay.
Yes, but it is fun.
Just real quick, I want to repeat what Steph said. It's just you can bring carrots and apples and things like that as well. So.
Friday night, we have the movie For the Bible Tells Me So. And if you have people in your family or friends that are anti-gay, this movie will educate you. So when they use Bible verses to support what they think they believe, you can give a reason why that is not true based on theologians' study. It's a movie that's educational, touches your heart deeply, and gives you a feel for our brothers and sisters that were born like they are, created in the image of God. So what time is it? 7. I'll be here. Okay. So Friday night at 7 o'clock, and you can bring apples and carrots too.
And Jim is going to allow some time afterwards for discussion too. So if you want to talk about things that you see in the movie, there'll be time for that. This Saturday is the Interfaith Chant and Music with Sarah Rain from 7 to 9. Heart Talks will be starting up on Wednesday, October 30th. Reverend Sharon will be facilitating those in the Myrtle Room at 1 o'clock. So it'll be every Wednesday at 1 o'clock, starting on the 30th. Did I miss the finance? Yes, finance team meeting on the 23rd at 11, for those of you on the finance team. And then for those of you who maybe weren't here last week, we made the announcement that our dear Janice Ballard has passed, and it's actually her birthday today, so yeah. But she was just a beautiful soul who touched the hearts of so many of us. Her books are in the bookstore. Her poetry is just beautiful, so feel free to grab one of those. And then we will be having a celebration of life for her on November 9th. That's a Saturday at 3 p.m., so do feel free to join us, and there'll be a little reception afterwards. Community Lunch Bunch today is heading to Young's Cafe at 11:30. And then Unity is turning 50 in February of 2025, and we're super excited about it. So we're starting to prepare for the celebration, and we wanted to find out how long a lot of you have been coming to Unity, whether it was just off and on or whether you've been coming continuously. So we have a clipboard that Julie's going to pass around with just your name, like an email, and then how many years you think you've come. Don't worry about if you're not exactly right, but just what year you first started would be great. Also, if anybody wants to help with ideas for the celebration, we're hoping to take over the art wall with some cool pictures and memories, and then maybe have an insert in the bulletin, but we're just getting the ideas rolling. So if anybody feels called to do that, please let me or Julie know. And then lastly, Unity of Fort Collins has a social media presence we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and we're on YouTube. And like, for instance, the kids had the most fun. Well, it wasn't just for the kids. I said that wrong. Excuse me. Let me back up. On last Friday, it was a Halloween party for all of us, really, and we had some great adult costumes as well as kid costumes and lots of fun activities. So there's a bunch of pictures that I took and Jim Weimar took, and those will be going up on Facebook and Instagram. So when we have fun events like that, that's the place to go to see your friends in action. So. All right, I think that is it. So let's have the unity prayer. We'll take a deep breath first and center ourselves. Okay. Our unity centers us in light and peace, allowing us to recognize our God within and to radiate that love to the world.
Good morning, everyone. I'm also playing Horsetooth Tavern this Saturday. And I'm playing a Chris Christopherson show on November 16th at the Armory, but it's sold out, so. Put a candle in the window, but I feel I got to move. But I'm gone. I'll be coming home soon, as long as I can see the light. I'll pack my bags and let's get moving, 'cause I'm bound to drift a while. When I'm gone, you don't have to worry none, as long as I can see the light. I guess I got that old traveling bone, 'cause this feeling won't leave me alone. But I won't be losing my way low, as long as I can see the light. Yeah, oh yeah, as long as I can see the light. Put a candle in the window, but I feel I got to move. But I'm gone, I'll I'll be coming home soon. As long as I can see the light. As long as I can see the light. As long as I can see the light. And now a reading.
Good morning. This is a poem by Ursula Le Guin. It's called A New Year's Blessing. One of Ursula's well-known books is The Left Hand of Darkness, if anybody has read it. Please bring strange things. Please come bringing new things. Let very old things come into your hands. Let what you do not know come into your eyes. Let desert sand harden your feet. Let the arch of your feet be the mountains. Let the paths of your fingertips be your maps, and the ways you go be the lines on your palms. Let there be deep snow in your in-breathing, and your out-breath be the shining of ice. May your mouth contain the shapes of strange words. May you smell cooking that you have not eaten. May the spring of a foreign river be your navel. May your soul be at home where there are no houses. Walk carefully, well-loved one. Walk mindfully, well-loved one. Walk fearlessly, well-loved one. Return with us. Return to us. Be always coming home.
Thank you, Kelly. I'd like to invite you to sing along. Even though you might not know it, the melody is pretty much the same the whole way through. Anisha and I put these songs together, so it's a special day. People, let your light shine. Come on now, let it shine. Let it shine on all night and day. People, let your light shine. Come on now, let it shine. Let it shine on all night and day. We all got a light inside. People, how can we survive if we don't let it shine? Shine all night and day. You know the world is dark with fear. People scared to let you near. They need you to shine on all day. People, let your light shine. Come on, let it shine. Let it shine on all night and day. People, let your light shine. Come on now, let it shine. Let it shine on all night and day. Come on, be a sunrise. Let the love light fill your eyes. Let it shine on all night and day. night and day. People, let your light shine. Come on, baby, let it shine. Let it shine on all night and day. People, let your light shine. Come on, baby, let it shine. Let it shine on all night and day. Come on, yeah. Come on, be a sunrise. Let the love light fill your eyes. Let it shine on me all night and day. Moving like a river flow, we can make the feeling grow. If you won't, let shine on all night and day. People, let your light shine. Come on now, let it shine. Let it shine on all night and day. People, let your light shine. Come on now, let it shine. Let it shine on all night and day. Come on now, all night and day.
Good morning. That was beautiful, Elise, both of them. Thank you. And I loved, may your soul feel at home where there are no houses. May you feel at peace with your soul wherever you are, always. That's what I'm going to talk about today. Feeling at home in your soul. And I'm going to start with it just, where are you, Steph? Steph, that quote about the mistakes, yes, may we honor our mistakes, right? If we're making mistakes, honor that we have the courage to make them. I was going to be a big shot up here with slides, and got here, and John and I were doing some tweaks and realized my quotes were not the same as I'd given Jim for the slides. It's like accepting the self, right? I am not a slide person. I am a soul person. And my work, I work with the soul. So I'm a medium, which means I work with souls who have left this physical world, connecting with their loved ones who are still in physical form. And I help people know their soul, because there's no one like you, ever, like in all of time, ever, and ever will be. What a miracle we have this soul to get to know. So I had a very humbling experience, because I work with the soul, so I thought I was pretty good with mine, like I'm keeping up with it, and I know my soul real well and connecting to it. And I'm going to take lots of sips of tea here, and I'll shake a little, but I'm with you. I learned in the midst of a big medical crisis in the spring that my soul had been trying to get my attention, I think, for quite a while. And it was in the middle of the medical crisis that I heard my soul. And it changed my life. And I experienced with my soul a healing that has really given me a whole lot for my life. So I wanted to talk to you about how we can be closer to our souls. What is a soul anyway? And I'm going to give myself a break for not being totally soul connected, because I live in this Western modern society that is soul sick, soul deprived. We kind of ignore ignore the soul. So I'd say what my crisis, which I'm going to share the story of it in just a minute, but I want to talk a little more about the soul, was just how much that soul deprivation is, and it's really increased my passion for what is soul. And in our society, sometimes we hear about the soul through traditional religions as being born sinful and in need of saving. And I want to look at the soul from a couple of really different perspectives that can help us to be able to feel really comfortable with our soul and really grow an intimate, soulful relationship. Because I don't think we should have to have a crisis to hear the important stuff from our souls. Okay. I want to start out, I get so excited when I see science and spirituality harmoniously come together. And I came across a recent, this is so great, there's not a mic in one place, I can move. This is a 2024 study, peer-reviewed, from the National Science Federation of two doctors, one from America and one from Canada, who are also soul healers, who wanted to look at the soul through the perspective of mathematics and quantum physics. Oh, I was so happy when I found this. So I'm going to read a quote from them about the soul from their study. The soul, encompassing the sum of information carried in one's quantum vibrational field, stands as the essence and critical element of life, determining one's health and every aspect of life. Our soul is an individualized quantum vibrational field straight from the cosmic source field. That's how I see the science of soul. And soul sickness or soul loss, what is that about? According to the study, soul sickness arises when a life system's quantum field experiences a notable increase in negative information and a decrease in positive. Soul healing entails the transformation of negative information within one's quantum field into positive, addressing the root cause of sickness, difficulties, and challenges. Soul healing can occur through the alterations of one's quantum vibrational field. So to come close to our soul, we need to know it as energy. And energy holds information. And the information in our individual quantum field can change and consequently affect the power of our energy. Traumatic experiences can affect our field and take its power away, dampen its energy, attenuate. That's my husband's word, he's an electrical engineer. The energy. And then when our energy goes down, we are vulnerable. When our soul's energy goes down, it is vulnerable. Because it's indestructible, but it's changeable. It was going to be like looking up at the slides. And, so I'm kind of just, isn't this life though? Like, what is? Not what we plan, not what we think we are, not what we think what we control, but what is, and making peace with that. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I have shared with you what I wanted to. Okay. I'm going to move to, this is just an introduction to a couple different perspectives of soul. They both go together. I'm also a shamanic healing practitioner. I feel more like one than I ever have after my own experience and understanding how the soul works. So I want to share with you the perspective of soul through shamanism and indigenous spirituality, which is what human beings have been doing when they're close to the earth for all time, for all historical record, have been very aware of the quantum vibrational field, not called that, a different language, within us and everything. All of life, all life forms, and everything we create as having an energy field that is needs caring and honoring and sometimes healing. This is a quote from the founder of my shamanism program, Shaman College, Dr. Stephen Seer. I really love this guy because he made a shamanism program that everyone can afford. Callings do not just come to those who have $6,000 to $10,000 for a program. I really respect him. Soul is the pure life force of a person. It is which keeps us alive and makes us who we are. Soul retrieval, considered by many a core of shamanic work, calls for soul parts of a person to come back home, home to oneself. And soul parts are the parts of our energy that lose their energy, that might be affected by trauma or neglect or a soul-deprived environment. And sometimes a soul part goes, I have to protect myself. I'm really precious. I can't survive in these circumstances, so I'm going to take off. This is how shamanism sees it, and go into the inner world and protect until my person can safely take care of me and let me shine. So the healers in indigenous spirituality are healers of the soul. And they often do soul retrievals, which they will go, and this is something I do too. It's really amazing. You go and you travel in an altered state into inner world with permission. You don't ever do this, so I'm going to go travel in somebody's inner world. You always get permission. And you see if there is a soul part that has been lost, and you say, would you like to come home? And they'll tell you, yes, I've been waiting, or no, because the person isn't ready to take care of me yet, right? Okay, and I want to share with you my story where I got to really know, I'm calling it a spontaneous return of the soul. Okay, so for me it took a stroke for my soul part to return that I didn't even realize was missing. So I had a stroke in early May on a normal day. It was an evening. I was coming to Unity for a meeting, getting ready, and I got really exhausted. And suddenly, and I tell you this because it's an opportunity for me to spread awareness of the symptoms of a stroke so you can get help right away. I had an unusual headache. It felt like a railroad tie was being hammered straight down the middle of my head. And with that came my left side of my body just went weak and didn't move right, and my head, my thoughts were not working right. John pulled out a stool. Sit here, I'm going to go get my wallet. Take me to the hospital. And I couldn't figure out how to sit on a stool. We don't think of that, huh? When we sit down, our brains have to go through a process of how to. And we live really close to Poudre Valley Hospital, so we were there really fast. You want to get to a hospital as fast as you can, because if you're there within 3 hours, they can give you medicine that dissolves clots and can prevent much permanent damage. So we got to the hospital, and when they decided I was having a stroke and I needed treatment, they also told me we have no ICU beds here. And I got a little anxious about that. Oh, gosh. But we do at MCR, Medical Center of the Rockies in Loveland, and we're going to take you there by ambulance. Little did I know it was a magic ambulance. Yes. So these two very uplifting paramedics come in with the gurney, and the first thing they say is, "What's your favorite music?" And my memory at this point was not very good at all, right? But it was automatic. CCR, Creedence Clearwater Revival. And by the time they put me in the ambulance, and they pretty much put me in and went and got in the front seats, so no one was with me, I have never heard such loud music in all my life. It felt like CCR had gotten back together. I don't even know if they're alive, right? And we're playing live right there in the back. And I couldn't say anything because they were already riding along. And they'd talk to me and they'd sing along. But I was back there going, oh my God, my brain is already under assault. What am I going to do? And I'm really good at freaking out. So I was freaking out. And oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden, it was like I went into the eye of the music, like the eye of a storm, right? I was in the eye of, I think it was Fortunate Son that was playing at that point. Peace, just peace, inside this blaring music, peace. I felt a oneness with, first of all, many of you know I lost my son, we lost our son. He had 2 ambulance rides the last week of his life. So I felt this oneness with him. And suddenly I felt like, how many people have been in this ambulance? I felt this oneness of everybody who'd been in that ambulance. And then everybody who'd ridden in an ambulance anywhere. And I didn't have a siren on, it was just an ambulance ride. But I felt such peace with it. And then as I was like feeling that my left side wasn't moving and I didn't know what any of it meant, what if I died? What if it didn't start moving again? And I felt this knowing and this voice, and I look back now and I know it was my soul going, if you die, it's going to be peaceful, and you're going to feel like your life had a lot of love, and you're going to feel good about it. And then I had a different feeling come over me. It was still peaceful, but it was sad. And it was like, but you didn't record your music. And I was really worried about the book I'm trying to write. I mean, I hadn't been thinking of music other than I had just started to pick up my guitar and write a little bit and work with Elise. But I hadn't at all thought of my music as something that would be so important that in the middle of a stroke, my inner world, my soul, would talk to me about it. When they wheeled me out of the ambulance, I was so peaceful. It was like I was floating through the hallways to ICU, and I would talk to the nurses about music and concerts, and it was just with me. And I look now and I really think that in that time with my soul, the energy was rejuvenated. That soul part returned. And I was in just for 2 days ICU. We had couldn't figure out whether to go into more hospitalization or to recover at home. And I wanted to go home so bad, and I was doing pretty well. My left side was starting to move again. So we decided to do home care. And when I got home and I went to bed, it's a really weird feeling in the brain after a stroke. It's a fatigue I'd never known. It's almost like the lights had to go out in the brain for a while to recover. It's a really weird feeling. So I went to bed and I asked John, my husband, please get me, I now call my ukulele Yubi. And my fingers were hardly, not moving much at all. They still struggle a little bit. But they're nylon strings, so they're easy to push, and you don't have to move them very much. And I just started to just play notes, really bad notes. No, not bad. Not bad, no. Notes that didn't sound good together and notes that worked. And don't worry, I'm not going to play it right now. But sometimes I just want something like that near. I just get its energy. Really good. So I did that maybe whenever I felt good enough. I played the ukulele and then graduated to playing my acoustic guitar, which is up here. That was probably like 2 months later. And songs started coming, lots of songs. More than anything, joy. A joy return that I don't remember feeling since I was about 13. And I look at now, when did this part of my soul leave me, this one that's returned? And I think it was when I was 14, 15. When I was 13, I was a really happy kid. I played the guitar. And I started when I was 10. I asked my mom and dad for a guitar, and I got a little 3/4 size wooden acoustic guitar, and I sewed out of a pillowcase and ribbon a case for it, put it on my back, and rode my bike 5 miles both ways to my guitar lessons. And I just loved it. And when I was 12, I taught lessons to the neighborhood kids. I had 7 guitar students. And it was just basic, you know. I'm not a fantastic guitarist. I just love the guitar. And then when I was 13, I just loved things like drama and choir and getting together with my friends after school to play our guitars. It was a part of who I was. And when I grew up, I wanted to be a singer-songwriter. And then at 14, my life changed. And I share this because all of us go through things, right? Things that change us. And maybe if we look at it in a soulful way, it might help us and help our souls. So my uncle died real tragically when I was 14, and my mom's grief came out in fanatical religion. Just every breath. And I had grown up in a Catholic church, pretty kind of moderate to progressive Catholic church, and I played in the band at church. But all of a sudden, it was a different belief system. And I, at 14, was trying to figure out how to fit my life and myself into this new life. My mom also became pregnant when I was 14 because the religion and birth control did not harmonize together. So this life that was full of so much suddenly did not fit into this religious life and life in which I was needed as the oldest daughter by my family. And I say that my family didn't say, please take care of everything, but that was me back then. So I quit everything. I still played the guitar a little bit, but never with that passion or that joy that I used to and that I do now. So to me, that was my time of soul loss. Or if we look at it as a quantum vibrational field, when my energy lost a lot of its power, right? It really dimmed it down. And I lost awareness of this musical part of my soul. Well, not anymore. I am just kind of blown away with how much, what a difference it's made in my life. I'm almost thankful for my stroke because within it, I met my soul in a whole new way. And I think of the soul, I think I used to think of it more like a concept, but now I think of it as this energy that's flowing through me. And when I need help with anything, it's like, okay, soul, what do you think? Or if there's a decision, soul, what do you think? Souls don't think, they tell you by vibrating, right? And you know what they're saying. John told me make sure I turned the pages, so when I looked at the talk, I knew where I was. So I really want to advocate soul and your soul, which your experience with your soul is going to be all your own. That joy, I don't know if it comes from music or a whole different source, and maybe one that nobody's ever talked to you about. You find, oh my gosh, I feel so full of that inner vibrational joy when I take a picture, or when I am taking care of an animal, or there's so many things that I will have never thought of that your soul might be trying to talk to you about. And I want to share a book that I love. It's one of my favorites, The Music Lesson by Victor Wooten. Has anyone read this? Elise has, yes. This is a wonderful book. In it, Victor has a character called Michael, who I believe is representative of Victor's soul. And Michael teaches Victor about music, and that it isn't the notes, it's the spaces between. That music is, whether we are playing an instrument or singing, it waits for us to come through. And so does our soul and our soul's energy. And our soul's energy is directly connected to source energy. Do you imagine having that energy within you and not taking care of it and not plugging into it? Right? So Victor has a conversation with music. And so it's personified music. And when I read this conversation, I thought that's I think what our soul wants to say, especially here in our society that hasn't paid the soul much attention. And then for just a moment, I want you to just imagine that this is your soul talking. What people don't do anymore is talk to me, simply and honestly talk to me. The few who do don't expect me to answer. People refuse to find me. I reach out to them and they retract. It saddens me deeply. All I ask is to be felt. May you feel your soul. May you get to know it. May you care for it. And may you be blessed by restoring its power and plugging into it. Thank you. Elise and I are creating a Uniting Soul Songs night, and we decided to do it in January or February. It's a time of expressing soul, all of us, whether it's through a song, a piece of music, a poem, maybe even just something you've written that you know is soulful. And we're going to sing together and just have a night of soul, and we'll be letting you know the date to that really soon. But this one has such ability to heal with her music, and we're really excited to share that with you. Thank you.
And one more thing I wanted to say. There's no wrong notes. If you ever play the wrong note, just play it again and it'll be right. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is everywhere. And every thought's indeed a prayer.
For meditation, I'm going to do a little soulful song. I want to start with my mentor in mediumship, Joe Shield, calls it a holy breath, where you count of 5. So you inhale 5, you hold your breath. You exhale 5 and hold again. And you keep doing that until you feel very relaxed. And today, if you can just be with that quantum vibrational energy field of yours that's like no other, and just be with it and receive anything it might want to give you today. And this is a song, it's I call it Little Star. The words kind of sound like a kid's song, but it's for all of us. You can close your eyes and just relax. Little star, this is the sky. I've been searching for you all night. Little star, this is the sky. It's colder and darker here without your light. Why did you dim? Why did you hide? Are you afraid there's something wrong with your light? Why did you dim? Why did you hide? Are you afraid you don't belong to the night? Little star, this is the sky. I want you to know you're one of a kind. Little star, this is the sky. And all I want from you is to shine. Shine, 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 shine. star, this is the sky. I'm so happy to see you here tonight. Little star, this is the sky. Oh, what a glorious night. Oh, what a glorious night. Shine, shine, shine. Shine, 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 shine. You're one of a kind light. Oh, shine, shine, shine. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Thanks for healing us in turn. May the blessings of God rest upon me. May God's peace abide in me. May God's presence illuminate my heart now and forevermore. May the blessings of God rest upon you. May God's peace abide in you. May God's presence illuminate your heart now and forevermore. May the blessings of God rest upon us. May God's peace abide in us. May God's presence illuminate our hearts now and forevermore. Now and forevermore.
Aren't you glad that we open up our services and allow our community members to share their spiritual experiences? Thank you, Anisha. Before the service, I had a question. When are you going to have a lesson on reincarnation or re-embodiment? And if you take what Anisha had to say and really realize it, you are a spiritual being without beginning and without end. That's the answer. So thank you, Anisha. And I'd like you to practice what Anisha preaches right in this very moment. We're going to take the offering. Ask your soul, what should I do? What should I contribute to the support of my community, Unity of Fort Collins? If you ask that question right now, you'll get an answer. You'll get an answer. So let's have our ushers come forward. And let's bless our offering with the words on the screen. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
Woke up to the morning sky first. Baby blue just like we rehearsed it. When I get up off of this ground, I shake the leaves back down to the brown, 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 till I'm clean. And I walked where I'd be shaded by the trees, by a meadow of green, for about a mile. I'm headed to town, town, town in style. All my favorite colors, yes Lord, all my favorite colors. Yeah, sing along if you know it. I send my sisters and my brothers, see 'em like no other. All my favorite colors. Good day for me, good day to be, good day to see my favorite colors. Yeah, yes Lord, send my sisters and my brothers, see 'em like no other. Said all my favorite colors. Now take me to the other side, where the little bluebird flies. Yeah, the gray skies, white walls, on blue skies. We gonna fly, feel alright. And I said, ooh, 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 ooh. Come on, ooh, 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 ooh. At least I can say I anticipate a homecoming parade as we renegade in the morning light. Oh yeah, all my favorite colors. Yes, Lord, honey child, I said all my favorite colors. Yeah. Hallelujah. Send my sisters and my brothers, see 'em like no other. All my favorite colors. Good day for me, good day to be, good day to see my favorite colors. Yeah, yes, Lord, send my sisters and my brothers, see 'em like no other. Said all of my favorite colors. I said all of my favorite colors. Yeah, red and orange and blue and yellow. I said all my favorite colors, and black and violet and purple, brown and you, sisters and my brothers, see 'em like no other. Said all my favorite colors. Good day for me, good day to be, good day to see my favorite colors. Yeah, yes, Lord, send my sisters and my brothers, see 'em like no other. See all my favorite colors. Oh, oh. Thank you.
Wow, we're so blessed to have Elise Wonder as our musician. And Kelly James is our Rita, and Anisha Kuhn is our speaker, and you as the audience. Is there some kids back there that we can appreciate too? Okay, we're going to skip the kids, but they're back there having fun, studying about England, I think. So thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and circle up and hold the hand of that one next to you in appreciation.
Appreciation to Jim for being flexible with our slides.
I just do whatever I'm told. So together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and we is well.